To the air, it's Warner. Gets it to him on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Here's the handoff. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. Third and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
They'll send the back in motion. The give to the back. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. The inside handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll pull it on the read. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You know, this zone replay is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, the ground game. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Catch in the middle, it's Freeman. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Toss sweep right. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Warner. Makes the grab. Lowers those pads. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes it, gets another 1st down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Pocket breaking down. Finds a little space. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get 1st downs.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over.
He's got it! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Fresno State. The defense just lost track of it. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick release by the QB. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off play action on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. Finding an escape route. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And how frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go on that play?
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Warner. On the move, he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Freeman. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Creates a little room. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Wide receiver going in motion. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man, it's Warner. Safe completion on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a 1st and goal.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he's going to bring this one out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They'll leave it with him. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Lloyd. It's a running room. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Handoff from the gun. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. Just about had the pick in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's 4th down. And, of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Slams ahead. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Oh, he tosses it back. at the 7.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Cowboys with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
They'll stop him short of the 1st down, and the screen didn't quite convert.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this game, 3rd and long, you're going to have to push the ball downfield a little bit more. You got to throw to the sticks and give yourself a chance to convert these 3rd downs.
And he loses the football on the return. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, the receiver right now is just living rent-free in that cornerback's head. Early in the game, caught a bunch of in-breaking routes. Now he catches the corner route. He can run the entire route tree, and right now, he's just running wild.
They'll run the screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Freeman. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
He got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Cowboys! And that one will give them the lead. On to attempt the try. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Back to throw, it's Warner. Buys a little time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. This time it's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
They'll run the screen. He's in open space downfield. Oh, a lot of space. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like...
Turning on the Jets. The tag. Touchdown, Fresno State. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the option. Got room to work. There he goes! And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Makes the grab on 3rd. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. He breaks a tackle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I love offensive play callers that are aggressive. Going for it on 4th down, check. In your opponent's territory, now here's an opportunity where you might be able to be aggressive again and take a shot.
And the Cowboys are marching down the field. Going over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Caught in the backfield. It's Lloyd. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
That cornerback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
The Cowboys are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's loose. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Looking to throw, it's Warner. Finds his man, it's McClain. All down, but they'll move the stick.
This offense, man, you got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the 1st down, a few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got him. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And I like what this offense did, man. They stayed aggressive. They were trying to get the 1st down through the air. But here's the good thing now. You punt the football away. You trust your defense. You got the lead late in this football game. One more stop, and there's a good chance you get the W.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He got it.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. To the air on first down. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick-6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Gets the back moving. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back doesn't.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Throws to the back. Hits the open man. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. That's reeled in. It's Brock. Oh, he's got some space. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. He's at the touchdown, Fresno State, and they turn it into a defensive score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Game is essentially over right now. You wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but it won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score up, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Steps away to find some room.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.